Full metal.
You're fired. 2, 1.
Aloha my friends, welcome back to my channel. The Avayo bike, Verstone is your pick. I'm Vanko from Verstone. In this video, I will address the problem faced most people before buying the motor. Can my bike be fitted with this mid-drive? I received so many questions on this topic. I hope this video could provide the answers you need.
Yes, very practical. This is a matter of great importance. Improper installation may not only render the bicycle unusable, but also introduce safety dangers. We must understand that the matching of the mid-mounted motor is crucial to the performance of the electric bicycle. Just like choosing the right engine for a car, choosing the right mid-mounted motor will greatly improve your riding experience. When friends ask, my answer is, measure bike's lower bracket to check motor compatibility. Okay, let's go. First, let's begin by inspecting the bicycle frame. The frame is the foundation of the whole installation, and its structure and design directly impact the compatibility of the mid-mounted motor. Observe carefully the material of the frame. Is it aluminum alloy, carbon fiber, or steel? Different materials have varying installation requirements. Also, check if the welding points of the frame are firm and if there are any cracks or flaws. These reserved positions and the size of the bottom bracket are crucial for installing the mid-mounted motor. Oh no, it seems the motor I chose isn't compatible with my frame. This won't stop me. I made a small part with a 3D printer. Let's see the effect when we install it. A perfect fit. Now, let's look at the mid-mounted motor. Different models and brands of mid-mounted motors may have different installation interfaces and sizes. So, before choosing a mid-mounted motor, be sure to measure carefully the relevant parameters of your bicycle frame. The installation interfaces of mid-mounted motors usually have different shapes like round and square, and the sizes are also different. Ensure that the installation interface of the chosen mid-mounted motor matches your bicycle frame. Pay special attention to the size and specification of the bottom bracket, as the mid-mounted motor is generally installed here. Measure parameters such as the diameter and length of the bottom bracket, and compare them with the installation requirements of the mid-mounted motor. If the sizes don't match, you may need to use an adapter or make customized modifications, just like I 3D printed a small part for myself.
Let's get started. I'll teach you how accurately know if your frame is compatible with the motor. We will explain the 4 key factors. Don't get lost. Follow me. The first is the inner diameter. The second is the width. The third is the thickness. The fourth is the wear force structure and position. Keep these 4 keys in mind as we go through this one by one.
Hey everyone, let's do something cool. In order to more intuitively understand the compatibility of different sizes of bottom brackets with mid-mounted motors, we decided to use a 3D printer to print 3 bottom bracket models. Generally speaking, the width of the bottom bracket of a bicycle frame is 68 millimeters, 100 millimeters, and 120 millimeters. Of course, there are some frames that are not so conventional. Oh, tell me your frame data. I can also print one for you. Now, let's have fun together and witness the birth of these 3 bottom bracket models.
Low power.
Emotional damage.
There was a problem when setting up the program. That's fine. Reopen. BGM start.
Pedro, 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 I want you to get me tonight in Santa Fe. Pedro, 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 come and show the way. Pedro, 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 I want you to get me tonight in Santa Fe. Pedro, Pedro, Pedro,
Welcome back. Do you like the music I prepared? I like and enjoy the white noise when I disassemble and polish the bottom bracket model. I only put some materials to show the production process of the model. The real situation takes more time and effort than this. Please give me a free like when you see this. If you like immersive sound effects, please leave a message in the comment area. Maybe I will make a pure enjoyment version in the next issue. Let's focus on these models. These models are uglier than I thought. I will explain it later when I match the corresponding motors. Next is to print the measurement tool produced by Varstrom. I will tell you how to get it. This measurement tool can be found on our website. Now I will show you. Click on the YouTube homepage, enter our website, find Bafang mid-mounted motors, randomly pick a product, pull it to the bottom of the page, and click download. Wow, this way you can get the same measurement tool. You just print it out. Make sure you have printed the tool to the right size. Take out your ruler, check whether the parameters here match yours, and cut it out. Then you have it. Okay, now we have 3 bottom bracket models, a set of measuring tools, and all the props are complete. Let me tell you, use 4 conditions to judge the adaptability of the motor. First point, the inner diameter of the bottom bracket refers to this position, and this value is about 35 millimeters. Put the cutout of our tool against the bottom bracket of the bicycle to see if your frame bottom bracket is the standard value. Use a caliper to measure the Bafang mid-mounted motor, and the data it gives is about 33.5 millimeters, which shows a key point. The inner diameter of the bicycle frame needs to be greater than 33.5 millimeters and approximately less than 35 millimeters. The second point is the width of the bottom bracket, which is normally 68 millimeters, 100 millimeters, and 120 millimeters. But for the Bafang motor, it can tolerate a bottom bracket width of less than 15 and greater than 5. That is, the 68mm mid-mounted motor can adapt to a frame with a bottom bracket greater than 53mm and less than 73mm. The 100mm mid-mounted motor can be adapted to a frame with a bottom bracket greater than 85mm and less than 105mm. The 120mm mid-mounted motor can be adapted to a frame greater than 105mm and less than 125 millimeters. It is worth noting that if the width of your frame's bottom bracket is 73 millimeters, the screws used are longer than regular screws. This will be explained on the Varstrom. You can contact customer service for consultation on your frame. The third point is the thickness of the bottom bracket. Compare the thickness of your bottom bracket and place the slice against the bottom bracket. If the thickness of the bottom bracket is higher than 12 millimeters and is outside the area, the motor cannot be installed. The fourth point is the structure and position of the rear fork. Also, place the tool against the bottom bracket and observe the protruding part. If it touches the rear fork of the car, it means that the rear fork of your frame is likely to hinder the installation of the motor. The above are the 4 factors that affect whether the frame and motor match. According to this method, you can find the answer you want by measuring. But it is inevitable that there will be special situations. Well, I will use this extra printed bottom bracket model to illustrate the situation where the motor cannot be installed and the solution. The first problem is that the thickness of the bottom bracket is too thick. Let's measure this bottom bracket. Its width is 68 millimeters, and its thickness is 13 millimeters. Let's install a 68 millimeter Bafang mid-mounted motor, 750 watts. Note that the thickness of the bottom bracket is higher than the thickness of the regular bottom bracket because the space inside the motor gradually becomes smaller. So installing the motor on it will cause this problem, and a gap will appear on the top of the motor. This gap may affect the stability of the click, and it may be necessary to add some gaskets or adjust the installation method to ensure stability. Just like this, put the gasket inside the motor so that the motor and the frame can fit perfectly. The second question, let's measure the bottom bracket. Its width is 68 millimeters, thickness is 10 millimeters. The position of the measuring tool hits the rear fork, which means that the rear end of the motor will also hit the rear fork. And the solution is also to use the gasket. We only need to increase the width of the bottom bracket, just like this. Let's see what the effect is when the motor is installed. And it fits perfectly again. Okay, the above is all the content of this episode. We really spend a lot of time making videos. If our videos are helpful to you, please like, comment, and subscribe to us. If you have any questions and suggestions, please leave a message. Let's become cycling partners. See you next time.